Listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wolan, joined with my co-host Ray Jeezy. What's going on, Ray? I'm looking for our
Dude,
two shot. Well, I
I
can't
got a
find
char
her.
I got a charger in the background. I got a lot going on, bro. A lot going on through my mind right now, bro.
I'm busy looking for our two shot. I can't find it in our thing. Oh, here you go. I'm tripping. I was
That's
looking
what
for
you
this the
that's
whole
what you was
time. I've
staring
been looking
for.
for it, man. I don't know what's going on. I was like, I gotta raise this stuff to the top. Hold on, what's going on,
Light
Lou?
skin Lou pulling up
What's
already.
going on, my dude?
We gonna see light skin Lou on Saturday for that boxing
Definitely.
event. Entertainment Sports Arena. Wole, I just found out that the doors open at 4:30. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. 4:30. Thought it was at 2.
Nah, it's at 4:30. Nah, that's better. 2 o'clock for
I
a
thought it was 2 to
boxing event.
5. I got you say 2 to 5. Am I wrong?
Nah, you tripping.
Oh, hold on, Dan. Actually, know what? I'm supposed to start the Instagram joint too. I late on
It's
this one.
all good.
No, we
But
good. We good.
I get Commanders fans excited, but it's something that I'm really arrogant right now. I'm wondering, is it too soon to be arrogant after 8 games? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up, pump the
I don't know.
brakes.
I don't know if
Got the
folks
Rick
are
Martel,
arrogant.
the arrogant spray.
I don't know they arrogant. They just feeling the vibe, man. Like what's I don't know. But again, I don't really be paying. I'll keep 100. I don't be paying attention to like social media commander fans like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's the back and forth with the Bears fans. It's been kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh, I heard, but I heard the
Bears
bear.
fans have
See,
been bitter. They've been
that's
bitter
what I
about
heard.
this.
I heard they wanted the
They've been
smoke.
real bitter.
I heard they wanted the smoke. That's what I heard, though. That's what I heard.
Lou crazy, man. I ain't
Uh,
messing with Lou, bro.
Can't say I'm multitasking
But
watching y'all and
but
the Wizards. Yeah, how
real
the Wizards
talk
game
though,
going right now? I gotta actually catch that.
what's good, Can? Real talk. I've been looking at the history of DC sports in general, and I was at the last game of RFK when the Redskins beat the Cowboys. It was a meaningless game for the Redskins, but still, the alumni was there. It was
Yeah,
dope. Darrell Green was still on the team, and he was part of the alumni at the same time. RFK was rocking, but I can't remember a moment where a crowd reacted like that. I looked at John Wall shot. Gilbert Arenas hit some game winners. You had some game winning home runs for the Nats, but yeah, RG3's run against the Vikings. You talked about that one, Wale, but this
yeah.
might be it in terms of how crazy the entire fan base, the entire city and area went. I can't think of something that compares
Man,
to
I
it,
was
bro.
at
So,
church. We're gonna talk. I mean, I'm interested. Like, yeah, I was, man. I was at church. You know what I'm saying? I was doing God's work.
listen, you ain't even have to be like at the game or watching it on TV to know what was going on. You seen look at DH about to join us. You saw his Instagram video.
Yeah,
That
man.
was just one of like 1,000 I saw that I was
Yeah,
like, oh my
man.
gosh, you know what I mean?
I was doing God's work. I was looking at it. I was like, I would get. Well, we'll get
Oh,
into it. I don't want to put
Lou, you
all.
was at the game, Lou. Why was you at the game, bro? You you
I
you
don't
out
want
there,
to
you
put.
out there scouting?
What's going on? I don't know what that team gonna
Hey
scout.
Paul, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you,
So,
bro.
Paul, you the man, bro. I appreciate you, dude. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Hey, I need you to wear some."
Yeah,
Hey, you
you
going
don't know
on,
what he talking
dude?
about.
Hey, yeah, chill out,
Yeah,
chill
I
out,
know.
Lou.
I told you. You don't know what he talking about, bro.
Well, hey, thanks. No problem, bro. I try. I try. You know what I'm saying? I try.
Paul a
Prayers
Yankees
always up.
fan, so Paul pulling up. He a Yankees fan. He's struggling a little bit on that side right now, but they still
Man,
alive.
Paul,
Paul, you good, bro?
that's we gonna beef at Paul because I'm not a Yankees fan, obviously. Uh, hey, but also I mentioned, the Urban Sports Scene. Check us out on our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. Right now, if you're on that YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button and also like this video.
Also, don't forget to hit us up on X, Wole at Urban Sports Scene. Also, check out our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Search us on Instagram. We're live on IG right now. Just again, search the Urban Sports Scene. Also, join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Search Urban Sports Scene. Sports podcasters, sports debates, and sports bloggers.
Also, we're on TikTok. Same thing at Urban Sports Scene. So hit us up on TikTok, man. We doing things out there too as well. Check out the home. Well, not checking the home. Check out our weekly NFL picks on the Football Garbage Time website. Just go to www.footballgarbagetime.com. It's part of the Urban Sports Scene versus Football Garbage Time pick.
Mike, what's good, Mike?
You know what I'm saying? What's good, Mike? What's good, home? What's going on, fam? All right, man. Let's get into our tradition, the pregame. Here's what we have on tap. Breaking Command podcast host D. Mitty and DH will join us to talk about the Washington Commanders defeating the Chicago Bears on a Hail Mary pass and the Commanders' upcoming game against the New York Giants. All right, let's introduce the guests. Right now, we got hosts from the Breaking Command podcast, D. Mitty and DH on with us. What's going on? Let me put them both on. Put both on. Here we go. Boom. Oh, actually, I mean, I gotta change this joint. Sorry, y'all. Like once you change the little settings.
It's all good, bro.
Oh, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
Like I said, look a lot different from yesterday, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
Go
hey,
Ravens show, though.
DH. So that means
I got you. You good now? Look, and I gotta make sure you get your. You know, I got y'all. And I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure your ID is showing though too though. There we go. Now we in there.
I got top billing, man. Wole said my name first, so that means you gotta raise my pay up, bro.
Hey, you right, man. You earned it, brother. Now they mention you first. You got it.
Look, man. Hey. Y'all trip. First, what's going on, fellas? What's going on with y'all, man?
Man, feeling good, feeling great, man. This 6-2 don't got me arrogant, but I'm happy as a mug.
Hey man, I'm feeling awesome. You know,
Paul say what?
Come on, man. That's not even me, man. But you know, I'm feeling great, man. This week has been an amazing week, and I'm glad to be on with my brothers here. You know, being a Commanders fan right now is an amazing time. I can't turn on the TV without seeing my team.
Facts.
I can't turn on the radio without hearing something about my squad. Everything on social media, YouTube, everything. So it feels good. I'll never get tired of the kudos that we're getting. I'm just hoping that this feeling that I have currently, that the other Commanders fans have, will really turn into something that we've been hoping for many years. So I said all that to say, I'm doing pretty good.
I know that's right. All right, let's get into it, man. Yeah. Last Sunday at Northwest Stadium, the miracle on Landover happened. The Commanders won on a very 52-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Daniels to Noah Brown. Man, I want to get you, Demon. I'm gonna get you first, man. What was your reaction when that play hit?
Man, listen, dog. To see this team have them scoreless for the 2.5 quarters they did, and then to still feel like, regardless of the outcome, this team has really impressed me. To see the ball tip up and to see Noah Brown just sitting there waiting, I thought it seemed like that play, the catch itself happened 5 minutes in my mind. I feel like I watched the ball tip. Oh, it actually tipped. Oh, it's actually falling. Is he really standing there? Man, like it was amazing, bro. It was an amazing feeling, dog.
Hey, look, to piggyback off D-Mitty, it's like I think of a song every time since I've seen that clip. I like it like that. Slow motion for me. I promise, man. Every time I see that play, it just feels like it's in slow motion. And
every time.
And I'm watching it in real time, and it just feel like it's in slow motion. And I'll just answer the question, Wally. I know you ain't asked me, but I'm just gonna answer.
No. On both of y'all.
I know, yeah. So I mean, just the game itself. The game, and this is a true testament that the game ain't over till it's over. You know what I mean? The game itself, truly before the drive, it just felt like a big letdown. I was like, man, I wasn't expecting us to have a letdown like this, to really be in control majority of the game and then lose it in the fourth quarter. Like, I'm like, man, we normally this season we played better, and I'm like, man, maybe it's just a speed bump, to getting better. And then for the play to happen, man, it's just crazy, because it's like the football gods are finally shining on us. You really don't see it. And like they posted recently that this hasn't happened for the Washington franchise since 1970. That is 15 years before I was born. So I don't even know anything about that. My pops, who's born in the early 60s, doesn't remember a play like that for the Commanders. So it's kind of cool to be the part of the first, be a part of the first thing, the first instance of it. And it's just the emotions, man. Like, I'm already an emotional guy, being a father of a 3-year-old daughter, and being as vocal as I am about my feelings. I cry at kids' football practices when they have a good day and they bring me good report cards. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm already an emotional guy. So when things like that happen, and y'all even know how emotional I am, man. I'll call you, tell you I love you in a minute, man. Like, I'm proud of you, everything. So to see them succeed like that was something that really touched me, because it's like as a fan, you put in so much energy and you invest so much, almost as if we're playing. And then for them to finally overcome, it just felt so great to see, because that's normally like, you know, the percentage was a 0.2% chance for them to get that. Yeah. And then for that 2%, man, if I had a moment, I preach to you, but it's that 2%, bro, that as long as there's a chance, there's a chance. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the game taught me never to doubt them and always believe into the end of the game. And, you know, I'm just happy that we're on this side of it. And as we ascend, it just seems like it's just happening one thing after another. And I'm just so glad to be on this ride, man.
So yeah, like I told, like, you know, folks who don't know, I wasn't on our like post game show, our Commanders post game show for that's all burgundy and gold everything.
You had fill-ins all day, bro. You know all day you had fill-in.
I know, right? So I had to like, I had fill-ins everywhere, right? I know, right? So because I was, you know, doing God's work, but exactly, but like I got to watch the game, like finally got to watch the game, and I got to see the play and whatnot, and like, man. The Lord works in mysterious ways. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like, it's like that play it wasn't about skill. It wasn't about whatever. It's about divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's wild. Like, you think about it. And I told my man D Mitty this. Like, Hail Mary was thrown. It was tipped by a dude who was talking all this trash.
Oh my God.
You know, so that's karma, right? So God don't like ugly. And then secondly, a dude named Noah caught the ball.
Come on,
ain't
man.
that something?
Come on,
you know
man.
what I mean? Like, so it's just like, and just for that, and just to put that in context this way, like we've been watching Commanders games Redskin Commanders games all our lives, and we've seen that play happens to us. Like that particular play happens to us.
Happened last year against Denver.
Yeah,
I was in Denver when it happened.
Like how many Hail Marys did we call? Jameis Winston threw a Hail Mary in Tampa, caught it towards the. I mean, it was at home, but. We played Tampa, called it Hail Mary at the end of the half. That changed the whole output of the game. You talking about what happened last year. Dude, we got games that end nasty where I think it's the Lions game when Chase Young has that personal foul. We like, all right, that could have ended the game, but he got personal foul. Yeah. Like those type of that type of outing happens to us. Like we're on the Bears side of things when that type of stuff happens. That hasn't, like, this season has been a different season period. Like things like that where you're like, damn, we did this again to ourselves, or that's not happening this season. Like we're now the individuals that are like on the plus side of that. Like we're the ones that like complain about, we got to send this tape to the NFL because we got cheated on this play. Now we the ones chilling. So it's crazy.
I complained about the refs the entire game.
Yeah.
And then for the refs to do us a favor on that last play. Granted, they never call on those types of plays, because you could literally call holding, pass interference, illegal contact, anything you want. But I complained about the refs the entire game. You can the tweets are still there. I haven't deleted them. I'm tagging NFL officiating. I'm tagging NFL, all of them, competition committee, like, you know, for the things that are happening. But it's just like you said, man, and I'll let Ray go because I know it's his turn. But just like you said, bro, those things don't happen to us, man. We always on the opposite end of those things. And then the whole way it went down just kind of feels like this whole season has something over it. It just feels destined. It feels completely different. And I mean, for us to go from where we were last year to where we are now, it's just completely different. Most changes like this and the goodwill and the luck like this doesn't happen overnight. This takes a time. It takes build up. Even Patrick Mahomes wasn't as good as he was in his first season. You know what I'm saying? Like he was good, but he wasn't as good as this in his first season. Jaden Daniels came out week 1 and has played out of his mind. You know, and the fact that everybody keeps saying he's not playing like a rookie, he's playing like a veteran. You sit back and think, you're like, bro, this is the first 8 games of his career. Not the first 8 games of the season, like first 8 games of his career. And he's playing to a level of top 3 quarterback level that he's mentioned as MVP candidate now. Yeah. And it's crazy to see, man.
Crazy.
Ray.
I'm glad you said that, DH, because I can't think of a recent quarterback, at least in the NFC East, that strikes fear in other opponents like he is. Like, you remember Dak's rookie year, it was good. Yeah. Him and Zeke together, they made the playoffs. They looked good. But I see all you Commander fans, y'all weren't looking like, oh man, we got to deal with these dudes. Michael Parsons, maybe, but this is the first time somebody's like, dang, this is his first 8 games. We got to deal with this dude possibly like another 10, 12 plus years. It's going to be insane. But to answer your question, I'll be quick. I sadly thought the game was over. So I rolled out. I rolled out and I was like, all right. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at my phone, like, what the heck just happened? my homeboys at the game, he's driving off like I hit the parking lot before everybody. And then he's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? So I was shocked to see so many people left. You are so lucky if you were at that game and you stayed to the final whistle, because most people wouldn't have. Most people started hitting the exits. So I just thought it was dope, man. I think it's something. I'm not a Commanders fan, thankfully, but y'all done been through so much. Like y'all need this, man. It's like therapy. Like just now, it seemed like you was giving a testimony. You know what I mean? You was talking about how emotional you are. This is a football team doing this for you, man. So I think it's dope as I don't know what. And the fact that he's just a rookie and you got so much more to see from him. Like he ain't even the best he's going to be yet. So it's going to be exciting. I'm worried about Kingsbury rolling out because I don't want him to be that dude that go through multiple coordinators because he's that good at people getting jobs based on him. But that's also a good thing. So it's crazy. Wole used to always talk about Tim Tebow, how he had like angels in the outfield. Like luck would be on his side. That's not Jaden. The fact that it was Jaden that threw this ball, people say it's not luck. He's MVP. So
that was luck. No. That was luck. I mean, we gotta keep that luck.
Ribs. He rolled.
No. That play was luck. That play was luck. Like that's because you had to get Stevenson to tip the ball. I would get it if it was Zach Ertz who tipped it, then I'd be like, that was a design play. But Stevenson tipped it. That's what I'm talking about. That's divine intervention. Like
after I think so. After 50 yards, it's luck. Because you can get Terry in a 1-on-1 and he just beat the receiver, and that's on Jaden throwing a good ball, right? But he threw this ball 65 yards, and only thing he had to do was get it down there. Whatever happens down there, it happens. So whether it's a tip, whether it was a tip, whether it's a bad pass, like whatever, it's all on what happens down there. Because you got to think, we didn't even get our hands on the ball until Noah caught it.
Exactly.
You know, and it wasn't like the Rodgers one from earlier this year where what's my guy name? What's his name? The one that caught Rodgers. They used to play with in Green Bay.
Lazard.
Yeah, the one Lazard.
Oh,
the one Lazard caught. He went up and got it.
Exactly.
He went up and got that. Us, we didn't even get a hand on the ball. It got tipped back to us. And like you said, Wole, like it's like almost karma coming. Like normally karma doesn't come around that fast, bro. But that joint came around like a carousel, bro. Like he was talking trash and not prepared and not ready. And he went over there and didn't do his job. I heard watch a couple things today that said he was the one that was supposed to box out Noah Brown. And instead of that, he going for the ball. Right, he goes for the football and is the one that bats the ball, and the guy he's supposed to box out caught the ball.
Yeah, dude lame as I don't know what. Hey, hold on, dude was lame for that though. Like all his little antics, he lame, and then come on and do that apology tweet.
He had to apologize.
Nah, he lame. To his fan base. Stand on business, bro. You did all that trash stuff. Stand on business. He thought it was over, like all of us did. Yeah, all of us just agree. We thought it was over.
He should have said, "Bro, I thought the game was done, and I wasn't paying attention." They definitely coaching them. They laid into about that, and that goes back to me not being prepared. I got to do better as a player. You know, I apologize for doing it, but it's not for y'all. I apologize that I wasn't locked in like I should have been. It's got to be locked into 0-0.
Yeah, don't be. Yeah, like Mike. I'm gonna go back. What you mean? I'm the only one? Like it was luck. You already look, man. You could be real, bro. Like. It was luck. I'm cool with being lucky. Like I'm glad we finally get lucky. We don't get lucky. It's fine.
Rather be lucky than good, man.
That's what I'm saying. The black clouds is gone, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like
is really shining down on this team because I was watching a clip the other day, man, of Adam Peters and Louisville in training camp talking, and they were both like, man, they blessed to be a part of this team. They blessed to be playing football. Like I never heard any other teams, like any other players of this team talk like that, or any like.
I got to follow up for that too.
You feel me? Like the conversations that they have, and when you see Louisville, Wagner, and Sandwich Steele surround Jaden Daniels on the post game, and they hyping him up like I have not seen a team like this in my 30 some odd years watching this team.
Which
Shout
is it
out to
now,
Paul.
old man? 40 or
Yeah,
30?
Shout out to Paul, man. I like this one. I got 99
I'm
flowers,
40,
but 5 ain't
I'm
one.
40.
Shout out, Paul.
So I've been
Shout out to
watching
Paul.
it 30 years.
Right, I got you. Yeah, shout out to Paul for that,
I like-
man.
I like
If
that one. Five,
if
definitely
you're having
five.
football problems, I feel bad for you, son.
Even Montez looked after the game. Montez, shout out to Bowie TV again, who got that footage of Montez Sweat on the field. He looked like, dang, this now I'm missing out on this. This is what I wanted to be part of. You know what I mean? He looked like he regretted it. I was pleasantly surprised by that. And they were trolling him and he was enjoying it. It's not like he was mad. Like
Yeah,
Caleb
sure,
got
man.
off the field. The Bears they were ready to get off that field because you just
Yeah,
don't
he's
lose
sad.
like that.
To D Mitty's point, if I can follow up on that.
For sure.
D Mitty, you mentioned like the tonality of like guys feeling proud to actually be on the team. Oh, did that sound like I was preaching? My bad.
No. I'm laughing at Mike's. I'm laughing at Mike's comment.
Oh.
Go ahead. Not you.
The tonality of what the word says. Like, stop. No, the you mentioned the tonality of what those guys were saying, like the gratitude, right? It feels like what this team hasn't had in years is gratitude. It was a lot of entitlement, and that started all the way at the top at Snyder.
Yes.
It feels like with the change of ownership, it has a trickle-down effect, and guys are gracious to have this opportunity. Guys are really thankful to be in this position. It's something that we haven't heard in a while. Like, you know, a lot of guys are really appreciative of Dan Quinn, appreciative of Adam Peters, really appreciative to actually be the ones that are changing the narrative of what this team used to be. And you hear it in all the press conferences where guys are really thoughtful and really thankful, and they have a lot of gratitude for being here. And that's just something that you haven't heard in a while, man. It was a lot of entitlement. It was a lot of, you even look at the players that they moved on from, and I'm not going to just single them out, but you look at some of their personality traits, how they just felt like they should have been in the league. They felt like they just already made it. And some of those guys have been on their third team, you know what I'm saying, by now, and they were top draft picks, you know what I'm saying? You can fill in the blank who that was, but you look at those personalities of who those guys were. They were fitting into that old narrative. They were fitting into that old model of what Commanders, Washington football team, and Redskins were. And that was entitled players thinking that they were owed something, versus the players now in the building. They don't feel like they're owed anything. They want to earn everything. So I love that about the guys that we have now, coaches and players.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
So other than like obviously the Hail Mary play, man, like what are some of the people who showed out for you on Sunday? I mean, my man Mike put out there.
Yeah,
they better give Jerjon credit for his sack.
They did. They gave
it. They have.
Yeah, they did. They gave it to him earlier.
So I'm gonna start with you,
I'm
gonna start with you, bro. Like, you know, we can all talk about the Hail Mary, but all in all, like, what impressed you about this team on Sunday?
The beginning of the game, man, not even just Jerjon Newton, just the guys like Daron Payne and Fedarian Mathis, like really actually getting after it. Like they really looked like they were wanting to make Caleb uncomfortable. And I love how Luvu was rushing off the edge as a linebacker, man. And I feel like that front seven really they came to play. Like I was looking at the stats, our offense, no turnovers.
Got a lot of weeks like that, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But no turnovers, 481 yards and only one touchdown. That right there to me is like I watched almost every play of this game that I could, and it just felt like this team not only just has grit, they just have that togetherness. Like they're like when Fred Smoot said it, when a defense is loud, you hear them coming. Like you see them communicate. You see the back end talking and pointing. You see, like I say, the front seven pointing and talking, and to me, it looks like a cohesive unit. So that's what really stood out to me. Just the fact that the defense looked cohesive, the offense is continuing to click, and Jerjon Newton, man, give that man kudos. Jerjon played. He played a hell of a game, man.
What you DH?
I feel like I know we want to do players, but I'm going to first give Joe Witt some.
You can do a coach. That's fine.
I want to give him big kudos and credit because he had not come under fire, but he come under some
I
criticism.
did. I put him under the fire. I did.
Okay, good.
I'm
You
with
know,
it.
Wale, I love the fact that you're just standing on business today, just admitting your fault.
Accountable,
Just-
man.
Right, accountability.
100. I'm not like everybody else. I keep it
Right.
100. I'll tell you when I'm wrong. I don't care.
Hey,
I'm
look, man.
Everybody be like trying to stand on business and they proud to be wrong. I'd be like, nah, I'm wrong. It's cool.
Right. You know, and he had come under fire earlier this season for some of the for the defense not playing up to a better standard. In the past few weeks, they've gotten better. They've retooled, they've changed up the scheme, and they just play better. They're executing well. So I give my kudos to him, man. Like him finding a way to do it, because you remember in the early press conferences where he mentioned it, like he said, we want to rise to the ball violently. We want to be together. We want to be guys that, you know, it's not going to be just the best 11. He's like, going to be a 17, 18 guy rotation of just guys that can play good football. And you're kind of seeing that. It's just, you know, 1 week, you know, a guy may step up, but you're really getting contributors on all levels from multiple guys. You know what I mean? So I want to give my kudos to him, man. Just how he's able to flip the past few games and just had the defense playing better and really putting us in a better position to win games. So we won't have to rely on 40 points from the offense like this week. You know, we can actually play playoff type of football, because what's going to happen is that as this gets colder, you're going to have to play defense and be able to run the ball. We already proved we can run the ball, and the defense is starting to get better. And that's something that we all went back to. This that if we're a top 14 defense in this league, we can go really deep in the playoffs. And that's what they're building to. They're building to be a top half of the league defense, and they just play good and play consistent football. Then we'll be fine. And so I give my kudos to Joe Witt Jr. for getting the defensive guys back on track.
No, I like that one. I like Joe Witt. I like for me, in terms of, I like the way B-Rob was playing. I mean, though he could have been utilized a little bit more. To be honest with you, I think they could have utilized him a lot more because he played well. But all in all, I think the defense they did step up. I'm just gonna say like a corner, but like St. Juice was okay till like the end, so he's not gonna get.
And I don't even think he was that bad on that.
He wasn't. On that play, he got beat, so he had to hold. That's what happened. Like, you got freaked. It is what it is. Like, he got that work. I mean, I'm not a St. Juice dude, so he got work, and you know that's what happens when you. I'm sorry, D Mitty, but he got work. You know what I'm saying? My man Emmanuel Forbes got missed a tackle in like the first quarter.
He whiffed.
He got one. He whiffed. He missed like one, and then like he got another chance. And after that, it was over in the second. Like, he didn't come back in the game. Oh, I'm just, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to be negative. So I am.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm just like, I get like so annoyed. Like, St. Juice gets so much opportunity, and it's like, bruh. Like, I get like some people may just be liked more than other people. Some people are more popular, right, in life. And I just feel like within that coaching staff, the defensive side, I can't say offensive side. On the defensive side of football, Forbes is not liked, but St. Juice must have information on somebody though. I feel like he must have information because to get like he ain't had the best stretch of games. He ain't have the best stretch of games. Ooh. Like if Emmanuel Forbes had this stretch of games, like folks would be trying to run this dude out of town. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, but this dude St. Juice.
So Wale, let me tell you what I think it is. I think is that, well, this is just like life. I mean, we can't quantify, but some guys just get more opportunities than others. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that they may like St. Juice in the system a little more because of his play style. He is handsy. He can come up and play bump. Granted, he gets called for a lot of those, but that's kind of his forte. Forbes is not a bump and run corner. Forbes is a zone corner who has playmaking abilities. So he could cover in the zone because, you know, if they throw in the zone, he can go get the football. But as far as, you know, getting up on a big receiver and trying to play press man, that's not what he's good at. I really would like to believe, if I'm being honest, that Forbes would be a great free safety. Like that could cover the middle of the field. I'm pretty sure he could run left or right. Now, granted, the tackling piece is probably no, but going up to get the football, I think he could do that very well. His tackling, no. His covering, no. But where he thrives is getting his hands on the football. And for a guy like that, you're gonna have limited.
Who's
Jesus.
Yeah, we got a Bears fan in the chat. He
Who is
going
this?
ham too, man.
Oh, you're Nigeria. Who is this? Who is this?
A guy like Forbes is gonna have limited opportunities, if he doesn't take full advantage of those opportunities when he gets them. So St. Juice, I think, is getting more opportunities is because the style he plays.
Let me hear what my man Paul said. 25 can bump, but can't run.
Can't run.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what? And you know what? That's all, like DH. What you was preaching. I get like I understand Dan Quinn. I'm with you. Like that. He likes some dudes who can bump and run and whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes some people just aren't better than the other person. I'm sorry. I don't care what style you are. Sometimes you're just not better.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
Man,
Like-
shout out to Quan Martin, man. Quan Martin
Yeah.
had 10 tackles and 9 solo, bro.
I mean,
That
Quan's
man was
fine.
out there
St.
balling.
Juice is trash though. Don't try to be all positive. St. Juice is trash.
It was a pivot. It was a pivot. I tried to get my friend Taylor
I
on. That
told
was
you
a
I'd be
pivot.
all positive. I see what you're doing. You trying to take stuff away from your
Hey,
man.
he
St.
he
Juice.
came on your show and said, "I'm a host now." Yeah, how about Quan Martin? Man?
You know how he look, hey, DH, you see how he tried to direct that joint though?
Uh-huh.
It was like, nah, you ain't gonna talk about my man St. Juice. Let me go ahead and
Hey,
pivot.
Look,
This ain't
St.
a debate. This ain't a camp. This ain't the election debates.
you
can't
call
be
his name
pivoting out
first.
here.
You call his
If
name
you
first
listen to-
one time, and
if
now
you-
he just started doing
if-
stuff all different. You see that?
If you listen to St. Juice, I'm driving that bus of the fan wagon, man. That's me, bro. That's me. I'm
I
driving
can
that bus
tell.
on the fan,
My
bro.
man's like, man, let's go to Quan Martin real quick. Yeah, Quan Martin had 10 tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quan was good though. Quan was good. He definitely Quan doesn't surprise me. Quan has always been, to me, he's been a talented dude. And actually, I like that draft pick of Rivera. I just didn't know why he drafted him. In terms of talent, I thought he was good. But yeah, I do think that I'm gonna go back to what DH was talking about. Like as a whole, this defense has improved. So I want to eat crow, and talk about it because I kind of, if I drag you, I'm gonna give you your props and your credits too. People are like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Well, like if you look at the last couple, like you look at what they did to like Cleveland, not Cleveland. When you look at what they did to Chicago prior, their offense is rolling, and they're after a bye, and he was able to keep that offense under wrap for a minute. Even who we played prior to Chicago. Carolina. Thank you. With Andy Dalton, you know what I mean? Like, and that offense was scoring. They weren't able to do anything against the Commanders' defense. So over the last couple of weeks, if you're talking about progression, becoming an improved defense, this defense has improved over the last some odd weeks. So I'm not saying that they're world beaters, but we're talking about if you're coaching, all you want is improvement.
Well,
this team to me has improved on the defensive side of football.
Please put that Canada comment on the screen. I want to explain something to these
what happened?
people. Please,
They're going ham in the
So
chat.
let me explain something to you guys, man. Let me explain something to you.
Say juicy.
I've seen a whole lot of football, right? And I think what's happening is that Dan Quinn understands that if it's not going to be St. Juice, then who else is it going to be? Michael Davis is not good. Forbes can't do that. So it's either St. Juice or if I'm pretty sure you'd get a call. I mean, at this point, Mr. Underwood, you can go up there and play corner because there's nobody else that can do it. So St. Juice is the best option that they got right now. And as far as it stands, trust me, I'm not driving the bus like D Mitty.
Mr. Underwood.
Yeah, I want to say D Mitty one driving the bus.
D Mitty is driving the bus. Right?
Look, D Mitty actually said that Bama good. That's when you know he riding the bus.
Look,
D Mitty said 25 good. That's when you know you're like
I'm AAA. When that bus break down, he gonna call me. So, but I'm not driving no bus.
Look.
I'm just saying he's the best opportunity. He's the best thing. Just like that movie Ride. You remember that movie Ride? They had that beat up, broke down coach bus. That's it. That's all we got, bro.
I'm not even like DH. I'm not even like I'm like 25 so bad. I'll try Forbes on a bump and run. I'll try him. He that bad. I'm sorry.
We just go with 10, huh?
Yeah. Look, man, I'm cool. Look, I'm cool with it. Look, the only dude that embarrassed him on that type of coverage was AJ Brown. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Hey, Sanders still the same way, man. Sanders still ain't got cooked.
I'm sorry. What am I like? Or know what? Yeah, Mikey. There's that Mikey on him all day. I'm cool.
But
I'm cool with Mikey.
But see, the reason that they're not using Forbes like that is because they tried to play more cover 3 early in the season, and they was getting cooked.
Yeah, because they safeties couldn't
right.
talk.
So now They're going back
Yeah.
to a more man look because man helps them in their defense. That's why they're
Yeah.
playing that. So that's why they have to put Juice in. Go ahead and go back to a man look and put Forbes in if you want to. You'll be right back in the same situation you were. And now that's why I give kudos
with
to
St. Juice though. Like I think St. Juice though. I feel like it depends who they playing against. I'm gonna give you the butt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like yeah, if you're playing against AJ Brown, I'm with you. But if you're playing against who we played, well, Chicago's physical, so so yeah.
They were playing against Keenan Allen.
DJ Moore would body him. Like that's the only one I would say.
Moore.
DJ Moore would body him. DJ Moore would body him for real. But other than like, yeah, I'll be okay with trying that because when I look at say Roma Duze may body him too. I like Roma Duze. But
let me just say this.
Go
It
ahead.
don't even matter. They 6-2. It don't matter what I say.
Yeah.
Or what we think. They 6-2. They doing the right thing.
Facts. They still 6-2.
Whether I'm wearing bifocals or I'm not, because I got perfect 20/20 vision last week, Mr. Underwood. I just went to the eye doctor, baby. So
I like to give Bears fans love though. But left, I know you.
But he been saying a lot. He said that Jaden Daniels got exposed.
Who? The Bears fan?
It's a good defense. Yeah, he said.
Well, I mean, I'll give credit when credit's due. I don't think he got exposed. This is what I said this in camp though. Like, I mean, also there were plays that were called back that he did have touchdowns. Yeah. So, but I said this in camp though. Like, one, Chicago runs a cover 3, so you got to throw the windows. Like they play. I think when people like Washington, like there is the narrative to also like Washington points on the board, and they did in terms of penalties. I agree with that. But once the penalties were wiped out and they had the opportunity, you got to understand too what the style of Chicago's defense is. Like teams do drive, they do drive the length of the field at times against the Bears defense, but their goal is for you not to get into the end zone. So their style is, I mean, they run that cover 3. You got to throw through tight windows, which made it difficult for Jaden at times when when the plays when they got pushed back or was third and 3 from like the goal, like when you had to pretty much throw into the end zone. There's situations there. So like they played a good defense and Jaden responded well against a good defense. So I look at it like this was a test. They passed the test. I'm not gonna say you got exposed because everybody ain't going to be the Chicago Bears. Look at the schedule. You could say they got exposed, but everybody's not going to be the Bears defense. Like they're playing the Giants, which is a solid defense. But the Bears, if you look at the Bears track record, what they've done this year, this is the best defense Washington's seen so far this season.
100%. One more comment too. My bad, DH.
Yep, go ahead.
He also said that by week 8, which is now, Kingsbury is going to be figured out. So I wanted you guys to respond to that real quick too, because I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I understand you bitter. You felt like you're supposed to win that game, but Kingsbury has been a little bit better as a coordinator than as a head coach this far, and many are feeling like he's even a head coaching candidate. So that's yet to be determined. What y'all think?
No, so this is the thing. Like you're going off. Like I'm one of the same people that said like usually Kingsbury gets found out towards the end of the year, like towards that the end part of the season. So I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna go back and say I didn't say the same thing. But I also said if you listen to the show and you should subscribe, you're gonna do all this talking. Might as well subscribe so you can so you can actually listen to Amanda's input. But I've said also that like I'm gonna judge him on the now because at the same time, if you're gonna really be fair, Kingsbury got some info from other offensive coordinators in the NFL to kind of work on what he messed up in his first time in the league. You know what I'm saying? So like he used to talk to the Ravens, Ravens OC in Todd Monken to figure out he's a guy who came from college, went to the league, now in the league, and has had some success in the NFL. Now, he has a successful young mobile quarterback in Lamar Jackson. So knowing that, all right, I got a young quarterback, a mobile quarterback in Jaden Daniels. Like maybe how can I see what works in terms of offenses in the NFL compared to and how I can change things up. He's not the same. He doesn't run the same exact stuff that he did in Arizona. Runs a lot of big tight end sets now here in Washington. So there's a lot of things that he's done differently here compared to Arizona. So
run game is definitely different.
Run game is different. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be fair, like me, if you're going to be fair, assess it fairly. Like assess it. Don't say, oh, Kingsbury's going to be found out. Also assess it that understand that he's changed things with his offense.
If getting exposed is throwing 21 of 38 for 326 yards and a touchdown, expose him every week because that means we're doing well and he's balling. Let me respond to the comment, Ray.
Of course, brother.
It's the comment you're talking about right here, right?
Yeah, Kingsbury falling. Okay, cool. Yeah, all those other times, guess what? He got found out he didn't have Jaden Daniels at quarterback. Jaden Daniels is the guy that's going to be even more prepared than Cliff Kingsbury. Jaden Daniels is the guy that's showing up before the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels, I trust him because he knows the playbook inside and out. Once I'm gonna tell you, it aided him when your Bears showed their hand. When the Bears couldn't tell the world that Caleb was gonna be the first pick. So you know what the Commanders probably did? Once they made the decision that Cliff was gonna be the OC, Jaden probably had that playbook months ago before he even got drafted. They probably was working on him then. He had a long time to really look at it because the Bears couldn't wait to tell the world, "Oh yeah, we're drafting Caleb." But they didn't even bring him in. They didn't even bring Jaden Daniels in the building to even talk to him or even discuss. They told everybody they was drafting Caleb, so they didn't do no due diligence to even check. Because let me tell you what, the thing is, if you invite Jaden Daniels to the building, you know, I might just want to see it. That's like when you're going to buy a house or if you're going to buy a car. I may want to go buy this Mercedes Benz, but I may look at a couple different other cars just to be sure that the Benz is what I really want. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they'd have brought him in, he could have got wild or he could have learned something like, you know what, maybe I do need to think about this decision a little longer, but maybe I need to try to figure it out. So let me tell you, Jaden Daniels is going to be the most prepared guy on the field every time he's on the field, which is why in every situation I will trust what he does because he has gone over the scenarios. He's gone over those things. He can make all the throws. And for him to be so young and for him to be where he is right now in his career, he doesn't have an immature bone in his body. Every time he gets up to the podium, he talks and says the right things. He's engaged. He'll never tap out and say he tired. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that to him.
You know what I'm saying? He'll never do that. You know what I mean? He's prepared and he wants to play ball. So that's why, regardless of what Cliff Kingsbury does, regardless if Kingsbury stays or goes, Jaden Daniels, I feel like I'm good. It's just like LeBron. LeBron's had how many coaches? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
so I'm just, you know.
I feel like, all right, so this is the thing. Like, I think it's I'm a big believer in quarterback OC connections, young quarterback OC connections. Sure. Like, I believe, like, I know you're going with it, but I'm like also, but I think when you're a vet, it doesn't matter. Like, when you become like, then it doesn't matter. When you're a young dude, it's essential to have a dude that can scheme things up that helps you out too. And so you can grow and become a dude that, all right, now all this stuff looks great to me, easy to me. Like, you mentioned Pat Mahomes. Like, yeah, the way Andy Reid coached it up made life simple for Pat Mahomes to a point where he is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Pat Mahomes, I've said this, Pat Mahomes ain't Pat Mahomes if he don't have Andy initially. Like, if Pat Mahomes came to a situation with Jim Zorn, we would be talking about something totally different.
But don't you think, okay, and I hear what you're saying, Wale. Yeah. Like, I really, truly hear it. But I think with special guys and with special people, regardless of what situation you in, they shine through. Like, I feel like even if it's not to the level of Mahomes, I just feel like certain guys who are good and certain guys who had that destiny shine through. And you see it even on a young level when you're coaching kids, right? You even see, regardless of what situation they in, if they can ball, they can ball. Regardless if you suck at coaching or if you're, you know what I'm saying, Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, it just some guy, it just shines through. So I feel like with this and him already being as prepared as he is in week one, whoever comes in and coaches him, he'll be ready. And yes, coaching is a key in the NFL, but it also is about that ability that the guy has.
I would say that. I mean, I know you're going with. All right, for instance, I'll give another example. If Tom Brady is on another team, do we know who Tom Brady is? If he's not coached by Bill Belichick and the system of being a manager and then growing through, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I know you're right though, DA. So I do think it takes you to a certain level.
Yeah,
like your skill set will be at a certain level. Like, it's gonna still dictate for you to be a good player.
But
like,
it's timing too. It's timing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's players that I feel, all right, I felt like if Patrick Ramsey was on had another coach, Patrick Ramsey could be a better player than he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I do think that coaching, like, the best, like the combination is key. And I feel like even like, all right, if Caleb had a Cliff Kingsbury, I think we'd be talking about Caleb differently. He had it in USC. I think we talk about it differently. Not to say it'd be the same. I say we talk about him differently. I think his offense would be set up differently.
And the Bears had opportunity to get him. And why didn't they do that?
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like,
because now he about to get rinsed and reused again. He gonna have a whole new playbook next year.
A whole new, exactly.
And
so he's gonna have a situation that's not like exactly. So his learning curve is gonna be like, to me, it's gonna be it's going to fall a little bit short now because of that. So I'm just saying, like, it does matter when the OC, like CJ Stroud having to do from the Shanahan tree. There's a reason, like CJ Stroud, he made life easy for CJ Stroud. Now CJ Stroud is a phenomenal talent, but I mean, you making a younger quarterback's like life easier. That's the job for OC to me, is to make the younger quarterback's life easy, because then you could take it to the next level after that and say, you know what, I've learned enough. Now to you, what you're talking about, DH. Now that talent shines even more bright because now I got experience and I can do whatever I need to do in the league, period. Yeah. Like, it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Pat Mahomes now, even with Andy Reid as his OC, right? And we can say Pat Mahomes is struggling, this, that, and the other. But you look at him now, you could tell, like, a lot is on his plate. It ain't on Andy's plate like it used to be. A lot is on his plate.
Now that he's a veteran and got some games under his belt.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. But I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, though. You're correct. You're definitely right. When you got talent, it does shine bright regardless. But I think that, like, you got situations where it takes it to the next. All right, like, shoot, we had it here in Washington with RG3. His talent was crazy, but you know the coach made that a lot easier for him.
And also too, before we move on, because I know that the other guys need to get in here and jump in on this because it's not like it's just we tag.
I know, I know, right?
You know, forget them guys, man. Forget them guys. if I feel like they've done a good job of structure, right? So they have it set up that if Cliff does decide to move on, even though if I was Cliff, I wouldn't, because I'm getting paid head coaching money to do OC job. But even if he does decide to move on after this year or next year, they have a good tree behind him to be able to pull him right up. Whether you go to Vita Pritchard, whether you go Brian Johnson or Bobby Johnson, OG Bobby Johnson, the line coach, like they have guys up under him that can do it, or even Anthony Lynn as well. So I feel like whoever they have set up, it'll be a while before it's a brand new offensive coordinator if Cliff does decide to move on.
It's a dude from the Mike. It's a dude from the Shanny tree. He's on the what's name tree? McVay tree. He talking about who making Baker look good.
Yeah, it's loose. I forget his name. Yeah,
he's on the Baker. He's on the McVay tree. The Shanny McVay tree. It's the Shanny tree for real. It's the Shanny tree. So
extended for
he's
sure.
Extended. So yeah, which is go ahead, right?
I want to ask y'all, man, because the Commanders 4-0 at home. DH, you said you trying to get season tickets back. If it wasn't a waiting list a few weeks ago, it might be waiting. It might be a waiting list now because of what just happened. So, is that the biggest play in the history of that stadium since the team moved to Landover?
D-Mitty, I'll let you answer first. Go ahead, man. And there's Liam Cohen, by the way. That's the coach.
Cohen. Yeah. He was with the before. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think he was with the Rams. I think he left the Rams.
The Rams, right? Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. If I'm mistaken, I could be wrong.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
But no, I mean, it got to be though. I mean, they got to be the biggest play. I mean, the electrifying play with RG3 ran up the sideline against Minnesota was a big play, but this play here is it's a culmination of a resurrection of the franchise. You feel what I'm saying? So I think to me that makes that play even bigger.
I'll answer. I think and yeah, Cohen was on the Rams in 22 and then went back to Kentucky in 23, but he only had a brief stint on the McVay tree. So yeah, you can say he's on the McVay tree.
He got some, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, but to answer the question, I think yes, this is the biggest play at that building. And I think because of the finality of it, like you've had some big plays. You had Santana Moss walk off touchdown against the Jaguars. You had Sean Taylor's kick return, block field goal return. With face mask and then the field goal. But I think it's different when different. Yeah, definitely.
In the Black Unis.
I think it's different when you have a walk-off touchdown. That feels different than a walk-off field goal, right? The walk-off touchdown, I think the dramatics in that was way more because we've had game-winning field goals here, but it just don't hit the same as a Hail Mary walk-off touchdown. So I would say I think this is the biggest play in that building. Yeah. It's also one of the biggest plays in the franchise since the Super Bowl. And I will say this is the first of many big plays in this new era, in this new regime.
I feel like I'm old. I know
you are.
Like I am old. The play, when the stadium, I don't know if you remember this, right? When the stadium opened, Then Michael Westbrook had that game-winning touchdown, like
Yeah,
that
it was like
bomb.
98, 99.
That was
I
the
think,
game-winning.
against,
That was
Chris
the
against the
winning. It
Cardinals.
was
Cooley
overtime,
caught
right?
one too.
Against
Chris
the
Cooley caught a
Cardinals.
game
Yeah,
winners too
Cardinals.
against Jacksonville.
It was the Cardinals, right?
Yeah,
But-
Michael
but-
Westbrook too. Yeah.
But Wale, think about this. Think about how you had to go in your memory bank, in the
Yeah.
deep depths of the recesses of your bank to remember the details of that.
That play was so
Yeah,
dope.
this is different.
You won't have to do that with this play. 10 years
Yeah.
from now, you'll remember the lure will grow with this one. You'll remember, you'll remember what Noah Brown ate at halftime. You know what I'm saying? When this play happened. So trust me, you'll know enough. So I think this is the biggest, and it's a recency bias as well. But
Yeah.
I think the emotion that came out of this, because I didn't feel like this when RG3 ran a touchdown against the Vikings.
Oh man.
Like I didn't cry on the couch
Yeah.
when that happened. I cried on the couch when we caught that pass. I literally I was brought to tears, brother. So trust me. Yeah, that
Oh.
and that was a big play. I remember that play because that was the same play, same game, same time. I almost had 3 touchdowns that day.
You know what's wild? I don't remember that play, so I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know why I don't remember the 2000s the Jaguars game like that.
He just
It was
recently brought that
But
up
he
on
caught
the
that and
podcast.
ran with it though. Santana caught that and ran with it.
Oh,
This
that
was
run, the one he
wild.
caught on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, house call joint.
Yeah, so I
the
didn't
DB
put
had
that in the
jumped up
crowd
and it
was
looked
crazy,
like
though.
it looked like it was about to be picked, and it wasn't. It was a small
Right.
window on the
Yeah, the
sideline
house
that
call
Brunel
joint. I remember
threw.
the house call
And
joint. Yeah, I remember.
he caught it and took it to the crib. And they just talked about that. I watched it on the Commanders joint. They were talking about it. So that's like I remember that, but I don't remember it like I'm gonna remember this play.
Right. Exactly.
And all them calls by
yeah.
Larry Michael, I done kind of put them out of my brain, bro.
Hey, you funny.
This
Hey, you
made
funny.
national headlines. This made national headlines as well.
You
man. This wasn't just a
funny.
DMV thing. Wasn't
Right.
just a DMV thing. But shout out to Pat the Diabetic for checking in. But just like for Bears fans, y'all got to move on. It's time
What a
for
name.
time for the Commanders to move on for real, because you got to face a divisional foe this coming Sunday in the Giants. It was a 3-point game last time. The Commanders shot themselves in the foot many times in the red zone. That first game, you got confidence at an all-time high, leading the division. This gives you an opportunity to stretch that lead. How do the Commanders prepare for this game, and how do they move on from what DH made you cry, man? I'm surprised that they moved you to tears. You must be like that emotional type guy.
Hey, I am, bro.
You cried
I
during
am.
like Boys in the Hood and all that, man.
Hey, I am. Ricky. I was like,
and they took him home. But this is real life right here. I get it, but at the same time, gotta move on. You feel me? Paul calling it a tune-up game. This is a division game, Paul. You gotta be careful, bro.
So check this out, right? I feel
I'm
like
with you, Paul. I'm with you, Paul. I'm with you.
Oh, okay. The swagger.
I
I'm
feel
with
like
you.
I feel
Paul,
like the
I'm with you.
Commanders have done a great job of downplaying it, right? They said they're gonna let you enjoy it as a fan. They're gonna
Mhm.
enjoy it for that day. But today is the day that they start talking about what they did wrong, and they're moving on. I watched the press conferences today. They did make a brief mention because all the reporters did want to talk about that, but they all mentioned that we got the Giants next. Even Jaden Daniels said, I enjoyed it that night. It was cool, but it's just another game. We got the Giants next, and we got to be able to do that because it's a true statement. They're at the middle of the season and they're 6-2. This wasn't game 17. You know what I'm saying? To get into the playoffs. Now that would have been a crazy deal, but they are in the middle of the season and you don't really have time to hold on to this win because that play is not going to do anything else for you the rest of the season.
True.
Right? You still have to go play those back half of your schedule. You still got to play those games. So they really have to enjoy it for what it was. It was a great victory in a game that you should have won, and you did win. Great, good job. But you got the New York Football Giants who are bearing down on you, who always look to take to use our games to try to get a win. And you can throw out the records with the division win. They're gonna always try to play us. So the thing is, you gotta put that in the back of your mind. Go play football. And at the end of the year, when they're doing the year in review wrap and they talking about how great we did and how we played in the playoffs and this and the third, that's when you can kind of, it was a great season, but we got to do it all again. So I think they'll take what they did. It was a great game and all that. But I think all that was for the fans. The fans will use that as fuel to go forward through the season by purchasing jerseys, going to games, and really, really big up in the team and supporting them. But I think the team already done moved on, man.
How do you move on, and how do the fans move on? Real quick, D-Mitty, jump in there because the fans, it's hard to move on from it's the biggest play in the history of the stadium and one of the biggest plays in franchise history. How do you move on, D?
At some point in time, you have to have that professional mindset. Like what job needs to be done, and the job isn't done. Because to be perfectly honest, like going into the second quarter of this season, they have to look at it as if we have to make a run. We have to continue to get better. And the Giants have played this team not even just this last game. And, Daniel Jones has earned his paycheck off of playing this team. So you got to keep that stuff in mind. So to me, the Washington side of things, they've matured. This team each week is winning or losing in a different fashion in which they've done in the past. Before they lost, where they just got spanked. The Buccaneers lost and the Ravens lost to me was you got beat by a better team. You got coaches got out coached to an extent and players got outplayed to a certain extent, but it wasn't a thrashing like before. And you won games that you were supposed to win. You beat after losing to the Ravens, you come back and spank the Panthers 40-7. So to me, that shows that this team is on a totally different level, and the Giants aren't going to see the same team that they saw when they previously played them in what was that, week 1?
Week 2.
Week 2. Excuse me.
To piggyback on what you're saying, D-Mitty, and I think that's a great point that you mentioned. Being my co-host on the D&D Breaking Command pod, the D&D football podcast. I think, like you said, the fans will have to move on because we should be prepared to move on because we know we have another opportunity to make another moment next week, right? That's what this whole first half of the season has been. It's been a weekly, wow, can you believe what we have? It's been a weekly motivation to go to the games or to buy a jersey or to make sure that you're done everything you need to do, that you need to sit down and watch the game because this team has put so much excitement back in the city that you need to make sure it's appointment TV. It's no longer taking a nap in the third quarter. Like it's being there because you never know what's going to happen. And then football has gotten exciting. I mentioned this on every show that I've been on in this whole season, whether it's here, whether it's Rambling with Rio, shout out to him, whether it's our show, whether it's talking to Mike Callow, whether it's talking to Felix, whether it's talking to Lake Lewis, it's all been the same thing. The fan base and the media have been rejuvenated. And they have made it that it's appointment television every week. Jaden Daniels is now the talk of the town, and he's the talk of the league. So you almost need to you need to watch it so you know what to talk about. So you can participate in those conversations at the water cooler because that's what they're doing. They're coming up to the water cooler. They're talking about, bro, you see the game? Every time I come in with my little Commanders hat on, or I have my mug, man, you saw that play? Like you're going to need to watch to make sure that you know what's going on. So I think fans have really... The fans will be able to move on because they're expecting something different every time they play.
Go ahead, D-Man. You want to say something?
No, just something quick. I've had Cowboys fans show more respect in passing.
Oh, yes.
And that's the crazy thing.
Some trash. That's what
they switching it up, man. They giving big. I have a Cowboys fan who they're really like they no ball, so they don't play and get into the they know how to give kudos. Same way we give kudos to Cowboys players when they play well. Like a couple years ago, I would have loved to have Dak Prescott, especially the quarterback hell.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Hey, the quarterback hell we was going through, I would have loved to have him.
Just imagine Michael Parsons on this team.
I mean, I wanted him in the draft. He don't count to me, so go ahead though.
He'll be here next year or the year after.
Yeah, he's gonna be here eventually.
Because let me tell you, by them having him and Diggs having a podcast and
talking about gassing up Quinn, you already know what time it is, bro.
Bruh, they mentioned this is ran off topic, but they mentioned the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, and they said, is Jaden Daniels the top 5 quarterback in the league? And they named 8 quarterbacks, and none of the 8 quarterbacks was Dak Prescott. And I'm like, bro, that's y'all teammate, bro. Y'all getting heat and creating. They know, but they also not analysts. They not talking heads, bro. They players, bro.
They know. Paul, he a wild boy. Paul like me though. We work. Yeah, we got. I'm with you. This what I'm worried about, man. Paul, you with me, bro? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm keep it a bean. I ain't worried about no Giants. Like I'm not, and I shouldn't. And I'm gonna ask you this question because I feel like I want this to be dead right now. Yo, is this the game? Finally, we can put the clamps on Daniel Jones. We make him look like a regular quarterback. Like we make him look like pedestrian. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real. Like Ray on the show. Ray gone, so I can be as explicit as I want to. This is a game we gonna make him like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like
a whole whore.
A whole game.
Hold on. Let me say this to you. I think this is the game. And I love this. I think this is the game that's gonna begin the process of getting Daboll fired. Let me
Ooh,
tell you why.
okay.
Because we're gonna beat the Giants, right?
All right.
And then what's gonna happen is that one or two things is gonna happen. You know, they play Carolina after us,
Yeah.
right? So let me tell you what, if they don't smoke Carolina, Dayball is getting fired because the bye week is week 11 after that. So I think if we don't let us embarrass them. Like if we come out this week and embarrass the Giants, Dayball might get fired this week. And then what they'll do is they'll give their interim coach a week. They'll give him that Carolina game so they can kind of get some confidence under their belt before they go into the bye week. But Brian Dayball is not finishing this season, bro. Dayball is getting fired.
So you see a 35-10. You see the score 35-10.
I've looked into this crystal ball and I've seen the future.
I hope I feel like this. I hope you're right. I mean, I'll give him credit. Like all jokes aside, like about Daniel Jones, I will say this. I think this is probably one of Daniel Jones' best seasons.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's been turnovers. I don't know what that mean. Turnovers.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm pull up his stats right now.
Yeah, look at stats. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, he has 1706 passing yards. Let's see. All right, he has 62% completion percentage, 1,706 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's been sacked 25 times.
Yeah, it's just like for him,
and that's not on him.
It's his better seasons. He's trash to me, but he's his better season.
But Wally, I told you, I said Jaden Daniels' play is going to reset the quarterback market because teams are no longer going to be paying top 10 money to
average quarterback
back in.
I hope so. I hope so for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, one. I remember the last time you kind of crapped on my man Tua, and this team has been that team is nothing without Tua. I just want you to know.
Oh, they're absolutely
they're nothing without Tua. They brought in multiple quarterbacks, and they're nothing without Tua. I just want to put it out there.
But if your quarterback is not mentioned in the top 8 of quarterbacks, you're overpaying.
No, I agree. I think a lot of them overpaid. Don't get twisted.
And that's why I'm of the mentality is that if I don't have the best quarterback, I will continue to draft until I get him. So that's why all these Indianapolis is drafting another quarterback next year.
They were dumb.
They picked him at 4 and he wasn't prepared to be the starter. So
they were dumb. Like
they drafted an athlete.
We're gonna all right. I'm gonna branch off a little bit because we like to do real talk. So they were done for drafting him. I'm gonna keep the buck because at the end of the day, you still got to be a decent enough passer of the football to play quarterback. In Florida, the dude wasn't a passer.
Nah,
that's
he struck when the iron was hot.
Yeah, like just because his physical tools were amazing, like that's what we're gonna now. Physicality does not make your physical tools do not make you a quarterback in NFL. You still have to be accurate.
But put up that last comment
in the NFL, you have to be accurate.
Yeah, put up that scout comment. So and I saw this and this makes perfect sense, right? They were talking today across the league, and I know we're going off into a tangent.
That's cool. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, they've been talking about is the NFL at fault for not developing quarterbacks? This is not the NFL's. Their job is not to develop you. Their job is for you to come in ready. That's why they want you to be there, and that's why they want you to be able to do it. So you don't really have the time to quote unquote develop quarterbacks because as a coach, right? Unless you're Mike Tomlin, Harbaugh, or any other long tenure coach, you really only get a couple seasons to prove it. And if you're gonna draft a quarterback, he has to be ready to play because think about it. You want to win while that quarterback is on his rookie deal.
Facts.
By the time the quarterback gets consistently good, you're gonna have to pay him. You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't have the time to, this is not college. You can't have a full draft class. A full recruiting class cycle go all the way through. You may get 2 to 3 years max. And Dayball is going to be the first example. This is Dayball's what? 3rd year?
Yeah. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be very difficult for him and a lot of other coaches that are only going to get, 3 years max to turn a program around, and they're rebooting again if they don't have a quarterback that can play.
Yeah, I just think that when you draft a quarterback, they're gonna you're supposed to teach them certain things, but not the fundamentals of really throwing a football. Like that,
right? They're supposed to have that.
That's not supposed to be a thing. It's supposed to be the X's and O's of a football game, not the techniques. Obviously you're gonna tinker with certain things, but in the grand scheme of things, you should be already be set in terms of footwork, throwing the football, that should be pretty much taken care of.
The main issue is them catching up to the speed of the game.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. So it's just like that's why I used to get annoyed with all the over negative talk about like Drake May, and I'm like, it ain't as bad as y'all make it out to be. Like I just trying to find something negative about him because again, in college, to what we're talking about, he was a thrower of the football. Like he was a passer of football. Like you can see it, gun accurate. You see it in college.
To bring it back around, you look at Jaden Daniels in a vacuum, right?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels played 5 years.
Exactly.
So he is the guy. So let me tell you, teams would be like, you know what? It may be worth it for me to draft a guy that stayed in school, that played a while, and just because, like, okay, you look at how Cam Ward is doing this year, right? Cam Ward is killing it, but this does not say that he's going to be good at the next level. And I'm not saying that he is or is not, but you might want somebody that has played, 4 full seasons. Jaden you watch his career ascend in college, and he stayed 5 years and he played. So he was a super senior when he came out. He wasn't the guy that, just had 1 year of success and then left when it was hot. No, he had multiple years of success.
Well, 2 years of real success.
2 years of real success, but he had the game experience of playing a lot of games and having a lot of plays under his belt, so that he was prepared when he came in. So I think that's to the detriment of guys like Anthony Richardson, who struck while the iron is hot. But it's not on him; it's on the coach who drafted him.
And we're gonna go back to the Giants game, so bear with me. But the thing about even Richardson, I don't even like to use the term "struck with the iron is hot." I feel like they struck when they saw the measurements.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like at least Jaden Daniels. Like to me, you can make the argument that he struck with the iron was hot in terms of that 1 year, to a point where now he's on scene. And everybody knew like, oh, this dude is a top 5 pick now. Because before his last season, he wasn't deemed a top 5 pick. A lot of people
good.
He just knew he was good. They was like maybe a second rounder. No one thought of him as a first rounder. If you look at the mock drafts, he wasn't deemed a first rounder.
Yeah, it was late first, early second.
Late, early second. Then you had May and Caleb as the dudes that everybody talked about being 1 and 2. Well, Jaden came on the scene and tore all that up, right? So, but again, that was that 1 year of Heisman level play, right? Richardson didn't really give you any of that for real. Like all it was great running, and if you look at his completion percentage in college and his it was bad.
But Wale, even as you see the Tar Heel flag over my shoulder, as somebody who's seen literally every throw that Drake May made in college, even I didn't believe that he was like the epitome. Like I knew he was good.
Yeah,
he would be good. Yeah, but he didn't show that ability that was like, oh, you gotta draft him. Like the set apart ability. He just played very well, and he was in a friendly scheme that took advantage of what he could do. A similar scheme that Sam Howell had with Phil Longo when he was there. That RPO type quick throw type system where he could use his feet. He had to make quick throws, and was able to take full advantage of his guys. But I just think that it's really the style of offense that you run.
I think I agree with that.
And I think also too. Catch up. I think that what you're saying is this too, DH. When a player like Drake May is coming out, and then you have the top half of the draft in need of what he does, then that puts more allure, that puts more
emphasis on it. Yeah.
Because think about it, if the Patriots had a sustainable quarterback out, and nothing against Jacoby Brissett, if they had a quarterback that they can say, okay, we can at least get 2 more years out of this guy, they probably would have went a whole different route at 3. They probably wouldn't have,
they did good by getting him though, because he's actually been all right with him.
I'm not saying that. Yeah.
But what you're saying is true. It's just like this in everything, man. Back when I would buy a house in 2020, it was limited inventory, so everything was more expensive. It was getting more looks, and it was boosted as a higher value because it wasn't that many. So when you need a quarterback, you're saying is that a quarterback that man, that's like you use the woman analogy a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's like You know, some women just look better with beer goggles on. Like, it's just that. Like, when you really want one, you know what I mean, and you really looking for one, you may oversell what. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry for the.
No, I love it. I'm
But
that type of person.
saying, man, when you need it, it's overvalued. So
Yeah.
go back to the house analogy. When there's no inventory, those two houses that you're looking at gonna be more priced. You're gonna have a lot of people trying to get it. You're gonna have a lot of people that are willing to overspend for something that they want and something that they need. And I think that could have been that. But that'll be going on to the end of time because they're not going to be 32 great quarterbacks at one time.
Yeah.
The team is over.
And I mean, even that, like, I do think that, like, with, I mean, your guys' situation. I mean, I follow like his high school and whatnot, and you watch
Yeah.
it. Like, he's highly talented, period, throughout
Very
the whole
much.
process. Like,
But you know, he was originally supposed to go to Alabama.
Bama. I know. That's what I'm saying. He's always been good. That's why I don't.
Yeah, he's
that's how
been
I
good.
like when you talk about being a coach. How I assess talent is that, and this is how I know when you, how I deem you're going to be good. Like, if you're a top one, not just top, like you're one of the top recruits, period. You do your thing in college as one of the best players in the country. Typically, you're going to do okay in the league. Not to say you're going to be all amazing, but you're going to be fine in the league. But let's go back to the Giants, though. Let's go back to the Giants.
Get back to it.
All right. So, like, I just want this game. I want this to be the game that Daniel Jones, like the game they get all the turnovers in the world against Daniel Jones. Like, we talk about how this defense is improving. If this defense is improving, Daniel Jones, I need to get some turnovers from Daniel Jones. Yeah. I need to shut down. I need to make it one-dimensional. But the key, and we'll talk about, I want to get your keys real quick. No, I'll go with you now. Let's get your keys. Let me get your keys, DH. What are your keys for Commanders' victory over the Giants? I got a couple in my head, but what are your keys? And I'm going to go to D-Mitty after that.
All right. I got a couple keys, and I think my main key is the pace of play.
Gotcha.
That's one thing that we've done well this season, is that we've been an upbeat, up-tempo type team, ready to go turbo, want to go quick. I think we need to get out the gate to a fast start, because with teams that are bad and teams that are on the edge of quitting, if you can get them to tap out early, then I think it'll be an easy rest of the day. So you go up 14, quick on them, they might just give up. They might just be like, you know what, man, forget it. And that's how you can run it up on them. So I think our key is going to be speed, tempo, and really get out fast and really be intentional. Really try to capitalize on some of the mistakes that we had last week in the red zone and in previous weeks with not being able to score. We need to go back to that run where we had no punts and all touchdown drives, right? We need to get up on them quick and go and I know this is what they do already decide to do, but every drive, it should be about scoring a touchdown, and it should really scheme it up to execute where we really expose them and we want to score every drive. So I think my key to the game is going to be tempo and pace, and then also play calling is going to be key, because if you can call the right plays, get into scoring position, and score touchdowns, you might get the Giants to tap out early.
All right, Mitty, man.
Hey, my brother. Hey, I can't, bro. I'm just gonna piggyback that, bro, because you literally you were cooking, bro. You was grilling with that right there, bro. Because
he's barbecuing, man. Barbecue sauce. That's what they call it.
Listen, dog. Because I was looking at the stats from the first game, and what you were saying, if they did that game, they should be able to do it this game. 215 yards on the ground, controlling the clock. Continue to do that. However, I would like for them to tilt the third down conversion on defense to prevent them from being 50%, to take that down to maybe 30%. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't allow them to convert more on third downs, because that's one thing I've always been big on when it comes to football. Don't allow, those extended drives. More 3 and outs is better. And like
get
an
off
analogy,
the field.
Exactly. And like the boxing analogy, let that run game be a jab. You know what I mean? Keep running with B-Rob, Eckler, and that guy McNichols, he earned his 1 year. This year so far, I think if he continued to play like the pace he playing and coming in getting those gritty, 10 to 30 yards and maybe a catch here and there out the backfield and getting busy and pass blocking, I mean that offense is going to continue to to do work, man. And I feel like that's the key to the game, man. Control the clock. Defense get more 3 and outs and definitely, run the ball heavy.
Yeah, those are all good ones. I got one. Don't let neighbors beat you. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. Like like last game, it was like that was easy work. Like let somebody else beat you. I'm cool. Like just let somebody let I'm about to call him Eli. Let Daniel Jones throw the ball to somebody else. Let Slayton be the one that beats you. I'm cool. Let Slayton beat you. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
You think your boy Mikey can go over there and put in some work on
on him? I don't want St. Juice on him. I know he did all right. I don't want St. Juice on him. You put Mikey on him. Put Forbes. This again. If you want to play Forbes, hey DH, this game you can play Forbes because they ain't nobody you got to worry about pushing you, like bullying you.
Hey man, Mike Davis legs fresh, man. Put Mike Davis on.
Mike Davis got the one. He got torched about. I know, like that was an ego problem. That was something else. Putting that boy on him was something else. We got Noah. Noah been hooping. He been balling. Yeah. But
he don't get mentioned a lot either.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's what I'm saying. Noah's been balling. Like he's been balling. Like you gotta give him his flowers. Noah has been
here and there. You know what I'm saying? But he'll have a penalty here and there.
Oh, he's very handsy. Yeah. But he's handsy. But his handsy is different from St. Juice. Like he don't get burnt.
Totally different.
I agree. He around. Like I'm cool if you handsy and you're around your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna be handsy, be around your opponent. Also,
I'm gonna let you go. My fault to cut you off.
Go, bro, you good, bro? Like
Noah is handsy at the point of the ball being like thrown.
Yeah.
St. Juice is handsy up the field. It's like, bro, like he's handsy at the wrong.
That's what you call it. I say handsy throughout the process, throughout the whole playing cornerback process. Like he handsy on the beginning, he handsy in the middle, he handsy at the end. The man just freaking handsy.
He don't know when to apply the.
He don't know when to not touch somebody. Like he gotta touch you. Like I don't know what the problem is. He got like he want to touch you,
bro.
It's not like come on,
all the way through the post game handshakes.
Oh, exactly. And then I'm like with him, like I'm going in now. Like with him, it's just like you don't even get picks like that to be that handsy. That's what bothers me. If you're gonna be handsy, get picks. Like you don't even get picks. Like them jokers ain't even your hands. Like you being handsy ain't even worth it. Like at least get some interceptions with that. Using the handsy dudes, hey, real talk. Using the handsy dudes are dudes who get picks. Yeah. Am I lying?
Yeah,
right.
I'm saying like
Deion was
gonna be handsy, dude. Like come on,
real handsy.
Catch me a couple. Give me like 5. You're gonna be handsy, bro.
But even look at it like this with him being handsy, right? Like, and we talked about this before on the show, is that he hasn't built up enough good plays to forget about the bad ones. So if he gets more picks, if he doesn't, he
home for that life. It's trash. Like he is. It'd be like what Keenan Allen did to him was nasty. Like I mean, like he had to grab him because that would have been a touchdown. So I get why he did it. Right. He had to grab him. Come on, bro. It's 4th down. You can't be ahead of your game.
He said it the week before. If it prevents the touchdown, if they don't score.
Right, it's 4th down, man. You end the game. Like cornerbacks don't want that. Like don't be in that position to be beat so bad. You're going to give him a touchdown on 4th down. How about that? Like who wants to get beat bad on 4th down? Like, bro, you got the advantage on the low. It's 4th down.
I don't think people intend to get beat, Wale.
I know he don't intend to get beat. He just gets beat. That's the problem. Like that's the problem. He don't intend to get beat. He just get beat. And Neighbors on him is nasty work. I can already see it. I know he played a little bit better against. He played Neighbors okay in the first game, but that's because Davis was so bad. Like it was just so bad. Like so obviously, like anything that somebody else does is better. But now if he gets the ideal matchup against. Come on, man. I can already see what the Ravens did to him in his future. I can see him getting worked again. Like I can see it. So I just need him. Like, truth be told, I don't like if he had a hamstring and he can come back in the next couple of weeks. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm gonna lie. Hamstring injury does not bother me in life for him. Like a hamstring injury, not a serious one. Cause I don't wish ill on anybody. Not a serious hamstring. Right. Just a hamstring that he can get back the following week. Just in this game, you could be out.
Just tweak it a little bit.
Just tweak it a little bit. Then in the following week, you come back. You know what I'm saying? If the backup plays much worse,
you sound like Bears fans. You sound like Adam Rank right now.
I do. I sound horrible.
That guy right there. He in the Lulu.
I could be a horrible person. Where my other Bear fan left? He left. That's messed up, man. You should have stayed on. I told you.
Mr. Diabetes, is that what his name was?
Diabetes.
Mr. Diabetes. Good guy.
Truth be told, trade for Lattimore before the Steelers game. Oh yeah, Lattimore could be like now because they suck. He could be on the market. Yeah, they're not gonna get him either. Hey, Paul, I keep telling you, man. This regime ain't trying to get the people you want. It's messed up. I know, bro. They should get somebody. They should get cornerbacks, man. They need to
Hey
get some
man,
cornerbacks.
they should go get Denzel Ward, man. Go get Denzel.
Yeah,
Ward.
they should get
Bro.
Denzel Ward. Real talk. But yeah, back to it though. I do think the keys are what y'all talking about. Like, yeah, the keys to me are like, one, don't let neighbors beat you. Stop the run. Stop the run. I feel like stop the run. It starts there. Make Daniel Jones one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Keep him in the pocket. And the good thing is that you got to see a lot of pocket quarterbacks. You saw the best pocket quarterback mobile quarterback, not pocket, but mobile quarterback in Lamar Jackson. So you can pretty much gauge everything off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep this dude in the pocket. Like, you saw Lamar. Like, you should be good enough to say you're tested. You saw Kyler Murray. You've seen some mobile dudes, dog. Like, yes, it's time to like keep. I don't need him looking like Michael Vick. All right, keep this dude in the pocket. Keep him in the pocket, and also like, though I said like, yeah, I think we can like dominate the Giants. The Giants defense is solid though. Like, we got to give them some. Their defense is solid. Like, they got good cornerback play.
You want Vanilla Vic to get going?
No, I don't. He can't, man. He can't. It's been screwing my life up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Don't want to see that emoji with the way
it goes against every principle I have in life for him to keep getting money. Like, it goes against every principle.
But you know what? I say this, and I know you want to wrap this up.
No, you keep going. Like, okay. I ain't rushing you.
So I think this coaching staff is so much better. And to this point, the key is just be about our business, and we will win. We will win. And I think that's what this coaching staff is going to do. This coaching staff is about business. The same way they moved on from the Hail Mary, they know what they're going to do. They know how they can be effective. So I don't picture us falling victim to a trap game or falling into one of those games where no, I'm just saying, like, just at all with this coaching staff, because people were trying to say, could the Carolina game been a trap game and stuff like that? No, because when you're the better team, I just think we're going to beat them. So I've got to that point with this team and this coaching staff. I think we're a better team in a lot of these games. So I'm expecting them to win, and I'm expecting them to do what they're supposed to do, and really taking care of business. Like the Chiefs don't fall to the trap games because Chiefs are a better team. They expect with Pat Mahomes, they're going to win. So I think this coaching staff has really adopted that, and I think they're going to be able to begin to do that.
The only issue is that, obviously, like anything, I know it's a moniker that everyone uses, but it is a division game. For sure. And and it's something about, because this is why I'm gonna keep going to Daniel Jones, because this really bothers me. It's something about seeing a jersey and you get confidence. Like, you just feel good when you see this jersey. Like, you feel good. Like, there's something like everybody else, you look like, you got a hunky-dory. I can't do it today. I'm not going to be good today. But when he sees the burgundy and gold, it don't even matter what regime it is with, though. Real talk. Something clicks with this dude.
But also too, this is the first time in his career that another team that has already played him will get a chance to see him again. So if you're a good coaching staff, you go in the lab.
I hope so.
If the Giants have a good coaching staff, they go in the lab and fix what they couldn't fix the first time, because now you get another opportunity to do it. I don't think the Giants have a good enough coaching staff, however, and I just think that Jaden is a better player and we overall have a better team. But I do understand what you're saying, is that Daniel Jones has had so much success against this team. In his mind, he may look at this as a get right game for him. As an opportunity for him to kind of get back. But I think those days are done, because I say that because Ron Rivera and his staff did not do a good job with making changes and making corrections and scheming differently when they saw him again. So a lot of times Daniel Jones would be in a good situation against us because our coaches didn't make adjustments. They let him do the same stuff that he was doing previously, and they didn't adjust to it. So that's why he was able, if it was working the first time, it would work the second time.
But do you feel like, all right, so to your point though, right? I know what you say, Paul, like Paul, but yeah, see, I'm not talking about wins and losses, because that's different, because we beat them in the first game. My issue is that him playing well. Like, he played well in the first game. I don't need him playing well.
So win or lose, you don't win.
I don't want him playing well.
Right.
I want him to look bad. I want him to look like what he's supposed to look. I want him to look pedestrian. I'm gonna say it again. Like I said when I said this first, I want him to look like a hoe. Like, this is what I want him to look like. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You think I'm playing? I do not want him. I don't want a game when he's moving. He's completing third down passes, like moving. I don't want him moving. I don't want him moving.
So we win 31.
I want to blow out.
We win 31-21.
Yes, this is what I want. I'm sick of having Daniel Jones. Look, I am sick of Daniel Jones looking good against us. I'm serious. Like when everybody thinks he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the world, he looks good. Like the same thing you said, like making adjustments. I'm gonna be real with you. That's my issue in the first game. They ain't making adjustments in the second half. They kept letting Neighbors beat them. That's the only dude he was looking at. They didn't adjust. So I'm just saying, like, I see you going, Paul, like Dan Quinn, we gotta have faith. But I'm going off of my track record with this dude. Like with this dude, even against Dan Quinn, like he looks good against us. I don't know why he looks good against us, but he looks good against us. That shit shouldn't fly. I'm sorry.
So
I don't care. That shit shouldn't fly.
That clarifies it, because I was thinking that I didn't know you were talking about him.
Nah, because I think we can still beat him. To me, if he plays well, the game is close and we can still win.
Right.
I don't want him he shouldn't be playing well.
If he plays bad, we're
blowing them out.
Yeah, okay.
And he shouldn't be playing well against us. Like, I feel like this defense is improved enough to a point where this dude shouldn't be getting he shouldn't be throwing for like 250 to 300 yards against us. He shouldn't. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be a thing. But he does against us. Like you pull up the stats. You know what I'm saying? You pull up stats. Like he looks good against us. I don't need him looking good against us. If somebody pull up the stats in game one. I think game one he threw for like 2 something.
I'll pull him up. Hold on.
Yeah, somebody. Because I know Neighbors went busy because they kept throwing the ball to Neighbors on single coverage because they played Neighbors one-on-one. So he went busy against Neighbors. I think Neighbors had most of his yardage, like maybe half of his yardage.
Yeah.
I don't need him to play well. Like he had 2 touchdowns because man had 2 touchdown passes because the kicker was hurt. That we could have lost that game if the kicker didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? Like I don't need him to look. I don't need him to look good.
And then also that game too, we had a lot of unforced errors, man.
Yeah, and we kicked a lot of field goals. We kicked all field goals.
So that's the game. That's the game we scored. We won 21-18.
Cyborg, right? Yep. Shout out to Rio. Cyborg, that's what he calls him.
Yeah, the Cyborg. All right, so Daniel Jones was 16-28, 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2
touchdown passes.
Yeah.
I don't need him throwing 2 touchdown passes. No picks, right?
And he
no
did.
Interceptions?
Nah, no interceptions. And he did run he had 5 attempts on 32 yards.
32 yards.
Yeah, so I think now too, also the fact that we get turnovers, I think that's the key. Remember, we didn't get our first interception to the Ravens game.
How many times we got this year?
Well, we got a few. We got a few fumble recovers, but we didn't have any interceptions.
We got one against Carolina.
Any interceptions into the.
We got fumble. You talking about turnovers? We got fumble recovery. Yeah, you're right.
But as far as intercepting the ball,
I want interception. I want to make this man's life a living hell. Like he's made my life a living hell. I want to make his life a living hell.
So you want to get.
I want him to pay. I want him to look bad.
Yeah, if he look
bad,
St.
pick 6.
if he look bad,
bro, you gotta catch the ball to get a pick 6.
Hey, D-Mitty, look, D-Mitty, I'm willing to do. All right, yeah, I'm willing to make a bet.
Thank you,
bro. If he get a pick 6, bro, I'm willing to do something crazy or something. Like I don't know, bro, because I feel like you come up with something good that we can do on the show.
I already got something in mind, bro.
Let me get Mike. It ain't against Forbes though. Brother. You can't put Forbes on this. It ain't Forbes. Can't put him on Forbes. Nope. You put it on St. Juice though. You can't put it on the Juices Loose. Can't put it on Forbes. Keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Forbes only gets it. Forbes got money. Like, hey, if you say AJ Brown, I'm with you. If you say DJ Moore, I'm with you. I ain't gonna even hold you. But you ain't gonna say what you won't do is say Daniel Jones. That's the Juices Loose. That's the Juices Loose type of dude. That's who it is. Rest in peace, OJ. You the real juice. You the real juice though. I hate calling this dude juice. Call this dude like I don't know what to call this dude.
Call him what Fred Smoot used to call him when he first got drafted.
What do you call him? Huh?
Juice.
You used to call him for real?
Hey, that boy Benjamin St. Juice. I'ma tell you now. He a long rangey type of cornerback. Okay, let me tell you, he a long rangey type of cornerback.
Look, man. Look, Paul said. Look, told you, man. Look at Paul. He with me.
Paul, chill out, man.
He about to get passed around, bro. He the only cornerback that gets passed like. Oh my, you know what? I was about to go a whole different route.
No,
yeah, I ain't gonna do it. Paul, you almost got me because
I know it's after dark, but
I know he's about to get me. Deport Sage, yeah, man. Deport Sage.
This on YouTube, not OnlyFans, bro. So don't.
Yeah, I know, right? Facts. Yeah, come on now. I'm not trying to be reported.
Right. Only football fans. There we go.
Only football fans. Wow. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious, man. But I need them to do that. I just don't want him to look good. I feel like I'm cool. I've been enjoying the the non-stress Commanders games. I've enjoyed it. Like I expected Chicago, different from everybody else. I expected the Chicago game to be close. Like I expected that game to be close, because I thought their defense was good, and I thought their offense was good enough to do certain things. But I felt like the way our defense played kind of minimized that thought process alone anyway. But looking at this game, I don't think their offense is good. Their defense is good, but it's almost I look at this like I look at like the Cleveland Browns. I feel like their defense is solid, the Giants, but I feel like their offense isn't good enough to keep us off the field. Like our defense should be able to keep them off the field, and we should keep their defense on the field a lot to a point where our offense can take advantage of that and get them tired. So I feel like our offense will score enough against the Giants eventually to a point where once it gets to that third, fourth quarter, we'll break them down to a point where now we scoring like we get to 30 or whatever. I just don't think like, but our defense got to stand up. Like we can't be letting this dude Daniel Jones do work against us like we something else. Like Paul said, like right here, I want the Warriors type game. Starters not playing. Yeah, for real. I want that too. That's what I want. I want to rest Jaden Daniels in his ribs. Like I want to rest them joints, man. Like we don't want Daniel Jones. Well, for real, Daniel Jones. Like that's what I'm talking about. When I see, look, man, we talking about this defense turn the corner, right? For real talk. We talking about this defense turn the corner.
This is where you turn it.
We not playing like I don't even like Jalen Hurts like that, but I can get it with Jalen Hurts now. I can understand, right? I don't like Dak, but I can understand. Like I can understand Dak puts yardage against us, but Daniel Jones, no. That's what the buck stops. The buck stops there with Daniel Jones. Like we talking about changing the culture of this team for real. Like we can't have trash quarterbacks putting work on us.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. Like so,
I agree.
Like you know what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. Like we talk about this defense really turn the corner.
And forget the cornerbacks. If those D linemen get home and you get your hands on them, don't let them slip out like that. That's what I'm talking about. If Louisville get there, if Cleveland Flare get there. You know what I'm saying? If them boys get home, especially B-Wags, bring them down.
And if this is a new regime and this is a new era, then we beat up on him and really do it how we're supposed to do it. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like he needs to.
You're right.
I'm just saying, like I'm with that, like, and they gotta get home, and also, you know, a lot of talk was the first game was the double teams, like they would double team the interior. So now, like, you know, I don't want to hear that excuse either. That's like weak stuff, man. I don't want to hear nothing about double teams anymore. I'm done with that. Like now, like you know, you got Newton and Mathis playing good football. You know, Payne playing well. So now it's an opportunity. Like I need to see y'all put in work. You know what I'm saying? Like this is. I don't want to hear no double team.
What's the new guy they had picked up last week? 97.
Day. Oh no, Day. No, F.A. Obada.
No, Obada. He talking about the new guy. The new guy they got from the practice squad. Off the practice squad. No, Obada played. Not him.
Oh, okay.
He was interior dude. It's an interior dude. I can forget his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I know exactly what you're talking about because everybody's been high on him too. Because he was on what team he was? I forgot what practice was. It wasn't the Bears he was on. I'm trying to think what team he was prior. But I know you're talking about D-Mitty. Holmes, thank you. Holmes, thank you, Paul.
Jalen Holmes,
Holmes, yeah. He played well.
Yeah,
he had a sack, right? I think he had a sack. He had a sack, right?
Thank you. I think he had
he had a sack.
Newton had the first sack. I was gonna say he had the first sack, but no, Newton had the first.
He had three tackles and one sack.
Yeah, he had a sack. Yeah, we're a different team. Hey, Paul, I hope we're a different team. You know what, Paul? Like I'll say this: we're a different team, and we like smack Daniel Jones. That's when I know we're a different team. And we smack Daniel Jones. I know we're a different team.
He was with the Jets. He was with the Jets last year, by the way.
The Jets. That's what he was. Okay.
Played 5 games with the Jets.
Okay. Mike, teams can't figure this team out because it's a new team. Yeah, we are a new team, but I still want to smack Daniel Jones. I ain't stopping me. Like that's the thing I want. I want him. Look, man, I want him to have that dumb Eli look.
You want to see Tyrod Taylor come in the game?
Yeah, that'd be great. Like I want that type of mentality. Like I want to embarrass this dude. This dude has embarrassed me for so long. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Like there's so many games I picked in the past. I'm like,
you personally.
Yeah, personally. I'm gonna lie to you. Personally, I feel like there's so many games where I was like, damn, we're gonna blow the Giants out. Like Daniel Jones throwing picks left and right. we're gonna blow this team out.
Right.
And we get beat. And we
like
get beat
that
bad.
like that Jahan Dotson pass interference play in the end zone. That
They shouldn't have been that close.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that's the game I went into that.
Dude,
week,
I went to the game on Thursday. Was it the Thursday night game where we won by a field goal? And I'm like, dog, this shouldn't even have been like that type of game. Like Daniel Jones is the quarterback. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's Daniel Jones. And then the following week, we play against the following week. Like, he played against somebody else and gets mollywop. And I'm like, yo, we can't do this to this dude. Like, but he can do this. We can't do this to him.
We're a new ball club. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. I'm convinced that this coaching staff will not allow them to be sucked in. And would not allow them to be sucked into them old narratives and to think that they're bigger than what it is. They're gonna play well.
Oh yeah, they do lock. That's true.
Yeah, they're gonna play well, and they're gonna do what they need to do to handle business. And this team is not gonna allow bad teams to beat them. This team will go in and beat teams they're supposed to beat, and they're going to make Daniel Jones look as bad as he does, which is a pretty average quarterback, and he's not going to be able to get out like he has been.
All I want is for them to do, I won't lie to you, is I want them to make Daniel Jones look like they made Andy Dalton look.
Yeah.
Period. Like, I want to treat them like how he made Deshaun Watson look. That's all I want. I won't even lie to you. I don't want to I know we can win. That's not a problem. I want to be in the third, like Paul said it initially, in the third quarter, I want to chill. I want to go upstairs, grab me something like make a sound. I want to be tense. I don't like being tensed. I got a great beard. It's great from stress. I just want to make sure I want to watch the game. I've been like, this team has spoiled me. I ain't gonna lie to you, to a point where I'm getting blowouts and stuff, and I'll be like, yo, I could chill. I'm like, what's up? I'm in my bag. We can get blowouts.
Look,
and I can just chill.
You may be watching double box. You may be able to look at the other screen.
I can watch other games now. I can chill.
You can go double box, because normally when we on, I don't go double box, but you want to be able to go double box.
I can go. Look, man, I can do this. I can be on my fantasy players. Be all right, man. I'm good with this game now. Let me go check.
Put in your 4 o'clock bets.
Yeah, like I'm good, bro. Look, man. That's what I want. I don't need that, my man. All right, so we got a comment. Dubstep Fiend 82 said that the keys to a Commanders win over the Giants: control the line of scrimmage, run the ball down their throats, put pressure on Daniel Jones, and don't turn the ball over. I agree with all that.
Perfect.
And make Daniel Jones look like a hoe.
Run the ball where? Yikes.
Run the ball down. Oh,
hey, yo.
Hey, pause. I respect that though. You're right though.
I know.
No, pause though. I respect that though. Yeah, I'm with that, man. You call me on card.
Run the ball down their throat.
Man, no, it's football talk, man. I feel you, bro. I know. You got it, bro. I'm with you. But yeah, I don't want. I just want Daniel Jones to look bad, and also don't turn the football. All your keys are correct. They're all correct.
Nah, for sure.
Paul, I just want to get ready for the Steelers game.
Yeah,
and you looking ahead like that? I feel you. Sure. Yeah, Steelers looking better now with Russ as the quarterback. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I'll apologize to Russ too and Sierra. So I apologize right now. I've said some bad things about their union and how he's played football. So I apologize, Russ.
That's terrible. That sounds like a personal attack. And you should apologize.
I have made not personal attacks, but I apologize though.
It's a personal pan attack. You know?
I feel like I apologize, Russ.
go look in the vault of the many episodes if you figure out why he's apologizing.
I wasn't a nice person. I apologize. You were, and I kept saying, see what happens when you play that dude. You know what? You've been better, so I won't even lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't think y'all going. I mean,
you ain't called a man corny, did you?
Of course I did.
Bro, I think
of course I did. I mean, I did all of that.
So that's funny because, like what Paul is saying, that's really a tough stretch because you got Pittsburgh, and then on a Thursday night you got Philly. So those are two.
It is a tough. That's tough.
And then Dallas
games, and then Dallas. But you get Dallas. You get a little extra break before you play Dallas.
We get Dallas when we get Dallas
after.
That's in Dallas, right? That's in Dallas.
Yes, I believe so.
That's cool, man. They're a beating team already.
Yeah, but I just think that
they're beating.
The one thing about fans can look.
No, that's home.
I don't.
Okay.
that's the one thing about
Yeah, the
fans.
first-
We
the
can look
first one.
ahead, but this coaching staff ain't looking ahead, bro. They looking at it one game at a time.
I'm with you, Paul. Tune up. I'm with you, bro. Tune up. Paul, you got a lot of tune-ups, my man. But I'm with you with the Dallas, though. That's a tune-up for me
Yeah,
too.
I have good belief in the staff and the players, bro. I think we'll be fine, bro.
Dan Quinn wants that Dallas game, so I believe that game is.
Oh yeah,
that game is something.
That's a recruiting trip.
Yeah, I think that game is going to be a lot.
That's a
Mike said we
that's a
need
recruiting
turnovers
trip.
and get the sacks and stop the run, and the safety's got to come down and help the corners. They definitely got to help some corners. They got to help St. Jude's. Just say St. Jude's. Just keep it up. Stop. Just don't mention corners plural. Just say help St. Jude's. What did Mike say? Didn't we play Dallas on Thanksgiving? Nah, we don't. No, we don't. Nah, I don't think we. No, we don't play them on Thanksgiving. Not this year. Thank God. They ruined my Thanksgiving last year.
I really don't like when we play on Thanksgiving. Like
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate that crap. I ain't gonna hold
it messes up my Sunday routine, bro. Like I like when we play on Sundays. You know, I'm cool about the Philly game on the Thursday night, but I really love when we play on Sundays, bro. And it probably won't be this year. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have too many more games be flexed. But I think we'll have maybe one or two games that might get flexed. But
yeah, the Dallas game was already anticipated to be the last Dallas game was anticipated to be flexed, and they got the Atlanta game. It's either gonna be the 28th or the 29th. I don't know.
And truthfully, for real, if they could have, I think they would have flexed this Pittsburgh game, but they can't because we play on that following Thursday, and then also I think the games that are already in the 4 o'clock window, I don't think they can add another game to the 4 o'clock window. So they're not going to flex us anyway. But I think if they could have, they want to flex that Pittsburgh game. That's going to be a big game.
Oh, that's gonna be a big game. Two win the schedules. Yeah, definitely.
We about to before we end the show. Hold on, I'm gonna read this. Shelly said, in terms of the biggest play in Landover, in terms of the Hail Mary, she said, simply put, yes.
There we go. Shout out.
Hey, shout out, Shelly. Appreciate you as always, Shelly. So give me your predictions, man. Give me a score prediction. Chat, if y'all out there, man, give me a score prediction as well. I'm gonna start with you, D-Mitty. Give me a score prediction.
Whew, man. I spoke to a Ravens fan yesterday, and my initial score prediction with him was 28-17 because I feel like it's a division game. But I'm feeling too good right now after talking to my guys, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I want to see a 35-13 win.
Ooh,
okay, that's what I'm talking about. My man Mike, 35-24 Washington.
I want to see them put up 30 plus.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I want to say 37. 37.
Keep that points per game high. Keep that points per game high. We got to go over 30.
Right, 37-16.
Oh, yours are close to mine.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul has it 37-10 and a mug. All right, Paul.
I think I might put in some shekels on that exact number. What did I say? 37-16?
Yeah, 37-16.
Oh, he changed it. He said 40.
40-10.
All right, I feel you, Brody. Jalen runs for it. Okay.
And look, I think that 37-16, that's only 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions. I think those are garbage points near the end of the game, and they're trying to get it. So that means we would have dominated most of the game. I feel like it's a 24-0 first half.
Okay.
24-0 first half. Second half, Jaden scores again, and then you might get Mariota the rest of the way.
That might be a record, bro. To shut out 2 teams back to back in the first half.
In the first half, yeah.
I don't think this team done that in a while. Have they done that? That might be something.
Oh, because they shut out the the Panthers, and then they shut out the Bears in the first half, and then they get another first half shutout. Yeah. Yo, that might be ooh.
Yeah, I think they could do that. I mean, because Dan Jones is trash. So I got it 38-17 Commanders.
38-17.
Yeah, yep. And the 17 is garbage points.
At the end of the
game. How I believe that it could be a shutout or whatever. There's garbage points. I feel like they can get like 10 on their court. They're on the court, but that last 7 is a garbage touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's where I feel like.
The over under right now. The over under net right now is 44.5.
Okay. Total score. Ooh, that's low.
Yeah,
that's low. I think Washington.
That's very low, especially when we're number 1, number 2 scoring offenses. Yeah. So they're saying that.
It'll be a low scoring game.
The
At
going
this
off the
point,
last
I don't
game,
even
he
care,
didn't
man.
put
I
up
just care
over
about the
20
dub.
last.
Just give me the win, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, give me
I can
the
tell
dub.
my man from this discussion. I can tell my man that my man DH cares about just the win.
Yeah, winning.
Care about embarrassment. So I'm
You want
different.
to, you want, you want to get, you want them to
I want, I
get
want,
punished
I,
and a
yeah,
spanking.
I want all of it, bro. I want all of it, man.
All
I
in.
want. It's in a culmination of what I had to deal with in the past.
So
So
I
want
you owe them.
reparations for this one.
They owe-
That's what I want.
Give us free.
Give us free. Give us free. Oh yeah, Washington is -4.
-4.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got our scores. Y'all know what time it is. Hey man, about to close the show. Before we close the show out, folks. Hey, you too. Plug your stuff. DH, you want to speak for the team? Or D-Mitty, you want to speak for the team? Which one of y'all? Plug.
I'm speaking for the team. I'm just gonna step up and
ahead.
speak for the team. Of course, Wale, you know, D-Mitty and myself, we appreciate you. Every time I get a chance to be on the urban sports scene, I appreciate it. Hosting shows and being a part of it, man. I love it.
Shout out
And
to
I
you, bro.
thank you for it. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, everybody, man, I appreciate the audience for tuning in. Of course, my name is Darian DH Williams, DH on the mic on X. You can give me a follow there. You can also follow our Breaking Command X at BRKNG Command Pod on X. YouTube.com/ no vowels. YouTube.com/ Breaking Command Pod. You can check out the vault with episodes. We actually have a few things that we're working on right now, so we don't have any recent episodes for the past 2 weeks, but next week we're coming back better than ever with some new content with some of your favorite local media reporters. So I appreciate y'all, and of course, Wale, man, I thank you for every opportunity I get to spend some time with you, man.
Man,
Always,
same here, man.
man.
Appreciate you too as well, man. Hey,
Always.
And on behalf of my partner in crime, D-Mitty, please make sure you follow him, like and subscribe, share everything with a friend. You know, you may even get your 5 seconds of fame. That's it. That's all. See, you gotta come on the show to know what that's about, audience. So make sure y'all go subscribe and check that out. But on behalf of my partner, man, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
make sure y'all definitely subscribe. I like that 5 seconds of fame. I always laugh when I see when you do that thing. I kind of think it's hilarious. Hey man, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, D-Mitty, you want to say anything, or I'm about to let you go? You good?
Brother, I'm gonna give you your flowers. You know,
I know you're gonna say that. I know I should just
I got to.
Look, you need
call me Mr. 1-800 Flowers.
Yeah, 1-800. No, you need flowers. Call 1-800 D-Mitty.
D-Mitty. But because, bro, your content is always, man, I love watching your clips on TikTok, bro. You know what I'm saying? You talk all sports, man. I appreciate you. Whenever I see that text message come through, I'm already ready to type yes before I even read it. Already, yes, whatever you need, bro. Because I mean, I appreciate you, man. I love what you do, bro.
Appreciate you too, man. My man Mike said, man, when that barbecue sauce coming out, man.
It's on the way, man. Keep watching, Mr. Underwood. Come on, man. It's on the way, brother.
All right. Hey, I hope Mike is subscribed to your channel.
I hope so too. I'm gonna go check.
Mike, hey, I'm gonna need you to subscribe to it's called Breaking Command, bro. Breaking Command podcast.
Tell a friend that know a friend that talks to a friend.
Like, bro, y'all need subscribe, bro. Subscribe. Matter of fact, I got time before y'all. Hold on. I'm about to pull y'all junk up and put the link in the chat right now. I don't got time for this.
I love that, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for this. We gotta make this quick. You know what I'm saying? Before I got close out and grab some to eat. You know what I'm saying? Before I gotta be in these streets. I'm lying. I'm not gonna be in these streets. I know folks be like, I'm not. I got.
I'm not gonna be in these streets. It's fairly late, brother.
It's too late. I ain't gonna be in these streets. I'm dealing with a code anyway, so I don't got time for that. Hold on. Here we go. I got y'all pulled up right now. Here we go. Bang. I gotta make sure y'all. I make sure Mike subscribe. I'm gonna all y'all subscribe. Here you go. Send the link. Link right here, bro.
Yeah, diabetic man, you can subscribe too.
Right there, man. Subscribe, y'all. Just copy and paste that joint in.
That's it, man. Thank y'all so much, man. You can go back and check out all the stuff, all the archive stuff. We got some great interviews with some of the people that y'all know, some of the people that y'all respect in the area.
Oh, he said he subbed. All right, he said he already subscribed.
My man, I appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, man. Like I said, bro, I appreciate what you do, and all the other content creators out here, even if they watching or not, man. Make sure y'all go follow them all, bro. I feel like all our content creators are providing some of the best in-depth commentary on what's going on this season.
In the lab, Big Doug,
Rio, like everybody, man. In addition to this show, man, make sure y'all follow them guys, man, because they're doing an excellent job, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
So y'all got it. So it is what it is. My fam's out here, so y'all got them. All right, y'all, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all be out. Go do what y'all do. I'm about
Peace.
all right. Cool, man. Y'all got
Love
him.
y'all.
Subscribe, man. Love y'all, man. Take it easy. All right.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
All
you,
right.
brother.
Appreciate you. All right. All right, y'all. By the time we about to end this show. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You guys are dope, are amazing. Y'all always make this show loud. That's why I be like, let me go a second hour. Cause like the vibe be too real. So I'll be having like, all right, let me do another hour because I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and just vibing with us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You guys are, like I said, you guys are the real MVPs. Before we end this show, make sure I gotta plug some particulars real quick. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Also follow us on X at Urban Sports Scene, IG at Urban Sports Scene, and also TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and also just like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. If you're on this right now, you have not subscribed to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel, and you're on there right now, click that red subscribe button and also like this video. Hit that red subscribe button, like the video. All right. Also, check out the home of the Urban Sports Scene, which is our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. It has our audio podcast there. So you can subscribe to our podcast there, or you can subscribe to our podcast on the other podcast platforms. Again, thank you all for tuning in. You guys are dope. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. You dig? Deuces, your boy. Hold on. Am I about to be out? Okay, here we go. No, you know what? I'm not about to be out. This thing's acting up. Here we go. Yeah, all right. Deuces. All right, now I'm ready. Deuces. I'm out.